Hi guys, and welcome back to Canada Top to Bottom. Today we're giving you the 2 big reasons why Canada wants immigrants and explaining who exactly the country is trying to bring here. Now we, along with 431,000 other people, got our Canadian permanent residency in 2022, and Canada continues to welcome new immigrants, both temporary and permanent, at an extraordinary rate. The target for 2023 is 465,000 more PRs to be issued, 485,000 in 2024 and a whopping 500,000 in 2025. To put that in context, the population of the entire country is just over 38 million, and 500,000 people is the equivalent of Saskatchewan's 2 largest cities, Regina and Saskatoon, combined.
Successive Canadian governments have recognised the importance of immigration to Canada's economic future. But just why is it so vital? Why is Canada bringing more and more people to the country when doing so puts more pressure on social infrastructure and the housing market? Well, the simple answer is money. Canada basically targets immigrants who will create more wealth through taxes and productivity for the country than they will consume.
The goal for Canada is to attract immigrants who've already completed their education, and therefore the Canadian state doesn't need to fund that education, or people who are willing to pay to complete their education here. In addition, they want skilled immigrants who can then get lucrative jobs and in turn pay plenty of tax. Finally, Canada wants young immigrants who are going to work for many years, paying tax and contributing to economic productivity all the while.
So, we've established what sort of people Canada is trying to bring in, and you might be thinking, that's fine, but why can't Canada just have Canadians paying their taxes and being productive? Why do they need outsiders? The answer is simple: demographics. Canada, like many countries in the world, has a major problem with its ageing population. Put simply, the average age of Canadians is increasing, and not enough new Canadians have been born to replace retirees in the workforce. The number of Canadians in their 50s and 60s is far greater than the number in their 20s and 30s. So, as those older people begin to retire and stop contributing taxes while simultaneously becoming more likely to require state-funded healthcare, there won't be enough tax-paying, productive younger people to keep the economy going and growing.
50 years ago, there were 7 working Canadians for every retiree, but by the middle of the 2030s, that ratio is going to be 2 to 1. There simply won't be enough Canadians creating enough tax revenue and economic growth to pay for the older generation, and the only way to solve this is to import workers from abroad.
The other big economic issue which needs solving is labour shortages. It feels right now as if there are jobs being offered in every shop and restaurant we walk past, and some areas of the economy such as education and healthcare are experiencing crippling staff shortages. Canada simply doesn't have enough people to do all the jobs in its economy, and it needs to bring people in to fill the gaps.
Immigrants coming to Canada is also the way for the country to continue to grow economically and not simply stagnate while other nations push ahead. Economic growth has been shown over time to lead to rising living standards, technological development and greater prosperity, so it's vital for Canada to keep growing and not simply stagnate. If Canada can keep up the rate of immigration which we've seen in recent years, then the problems of an ageing population and stagnating economic growth can be solved. But this is all going to come with some social problems.
Right now, Canada has one of the hottest housing markets in the world, and housing is not being built fast enough to cope with the incoming immigrants, so prices are continuing to rise. Now, you can make the economic case for immigration all day, but if Canadians feel like they're being priced out of their own housing market by immigrants, there's going to be some friction. How Canadian governments manage the influx of new Canadians to the country is going to be the key to the success of the country, both economically and socially, for the next few decades.
So, there you have it. Canada needs people to move here and contribute to the economy, or the country is going to struggle to maintain its standing in the world and the standard of living for its people. If you want to move to Canada, then we've got you covered with videos on our channel about every topic from language tests to immigration streams and advice on how to get started here. If that all sounds good, then take a look around our channel and do us a big favour by hitting that subscribe button before you leave. See you next time.